It can be difficult with people who are engaged, churches that are engaged in sort of worship wars, traditional music versus contemporary music. These kind of issues can be there can be a lot of controversy. I think what we need to keep in mind is that we are called to be a church who is a church family. You don't get to pick your family. You're kind of born into it, and we're sort of born again into our church families. And the author Marva Dawn, she talks about how if the church is going to be the church in its diversity of being a family, rather than a demographically separate entity, we're all going to have to sing songs that we don't necessarily like stylistically, I believe is what she means. And I think that's so true. I think if we hold on so tightly to our own musical preferences, then it distorts even what worship should be. Is worship somewhere where I come to be able to have my own preferences met? To me, that seems like the influence of the culture kind of saying that things need to be just your way. And I always tell people, you know, if you have an iPod, you can listen to whatever music that you want for, you know, any time of the week that you want. But for an hour on Sunday, we all need to set aside our musical preferences to some extent to be able to serve the person in the pew next to us. That doesn't mean that anything goes in worship. It doesn't mean that we shouldn't take care to choose music that serves people well, that people can engage with. But I think the first thing is to realize that worship should not be about us and our preferences, but about how we can come together as a family to praise God and worship God.